I know I'm a little late to this, but I wanted to look over the song by Juice WRLD and Justin Bieber, Wandered to LA. I am a huge fan of Juice WRLD. I became a fan of his, unfortunately, after his passing. I had known who Juice WRLD was before that and heard some of his songs, and I was actually getting more into Juice WRLD right when he died. And once he did, I was plunged into more of his music, and I really liked it. I found myself becoming a fan. And then Legends Never Die came out, and I actually found myself liking that album. And then I heard that they were going to release a second, whatever it's called, album. It's like a posthumous album or something like that, meaning basically an album released after your passing, your death. And then we got the news that Justin Bieber would be in a Juice WRLD song, which is something that, after listening to Juice WRLD literally right before he died, I remember thinking to myself, man, I would love for Justin Bieber to make a song with Juice WRLD. And that didn't happen. And I was like, okay. And I kind of just pushed it to the back of my brain. And then now they announced that one was coming out, and I was like, oh my goodness, this song's going to be absolutely amazing. It's literally two of like the best artists, because Juice WRLD is the king of catchy music, and Justin obviously is just a great singer, so I was super excited. And in that aspect and that regard, the track did not disappoint. I was happy with the vocals. I was happy with the catchiness of Juice's part. I mean, I only heard it a few times and I had memorized it already. It's been like a month since it's come out now. And I absolutely love the song. So then, if I love it that much, what's the problem? The problem is that Juice WRLD and Justin's part is way too disconnected. And I feel like that's something that is a problem with not only the rest of his latest album, Fighting Demons, but a problem that can be found in Juice WRLD features, in Juice WRLD, just anything with Juice. But first, let me look at the song more and like state what could have been done better. First of all, you have the lyrics, right? Juice's part talks about going to LA and having this drug-filled experience, kind of. And it's just, as mentioned by Apple Music, the album Fighting Demons was full of a lot of moments of successes and losses to with Juice's addiction to drugs. And this song was one of his losses. He lost the fight and fell into this addiction and gave into it. And that's great and all. I get it's a catchy part of the song. The problem is that Juice's lyrics and Justin's lyrics, which mainly has to do with Haley, has nothing to do with Juice's part. Like, there's not even a mention. Like, if you take Justin out of the song, nothing changes whatsoever. And I think that's the biggest problem of the song, that it feels like Justin's part was just thrown in there. It doesn't need to be in the song. And I'm not saying that I don't appreciate it or at all like it, because I do. It's Justin, my favorite artist ever, so I want it to be in the song. But it's just there, and it doesn't feel like it needs to be there, or it feels like it almost doesn't want to be there. It has nothing to do with the song and the fact that it feels so detached from the rest of the song. Especially because, most of the times when you have a rap feature or a pop feature, occasionally before the rap verse on the bridge, you'll hear the artist maybe throw in some ad-libs for the second to last verse or chorus, kind of establish that their presence is in the song. And normally, I think the purpose of doing something like that is to show that the artist just wasn't thrown in here last minute. They have a presence in the song. Many songs do that. But with this song, no, you don't have Justin echoing the third chorus. You don't have him throwing in a few ad-libs in other places. He's just there for his verse and then gone. And I felt like that was a huge missed opportunity. This is something that kind of speaks to the rest of the album for me. I think lots of people have said that Fighting Demons is a mid album, and I'd have to agree. I listened to the entire thing, and there was not one point where I'm like, ah, yeah, rip Juice WRLD, you're not here anymore. It's pretty obvious. Like, no, at no point except for the end of it and the intro in Legends Never Died did I go rip Juice WRLD. In fact, there were some points where I forgot that Juice WRLD had passed. And also maybe Righteous, because the song obviously was like speaking about Juice WRLD's passing. But other than that, it was like, no, there were times where I actually forgot that Juice WRLD was dead. It didn't feel like they were looping choruses or anything. It didn't feel like that at all. Like, even on Hate the Other Side, which now that I listen to it, it's obviously looping just one chorus and making an entire song out of it through Polo G and the Kid Laroi. And back then, it didn't really feel to me like it was a loop. It didn't feel like that at all. But when listening to pretty much every single song on this album, I felt, man, Juice is gone. That sucks. I felt that the entire album, there was not one point where I was like, man, yeah, Juice. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to say it exactly. But I think that was the problem with Fighting Demons. Like, when I think of the highlights of Legends Never Die, I think of, like, more than half of the tracks: Stay High, Life's a Mess, Come and Go, Hate the Other Side. There's tons of examples of good tracks on that album, and even tracks that aren't popular, like Man of the Year or whatnot. When thinking of this new album, I think of Wander to LA as being all I like, and maybe Until the Plug Comes Around. Maybe that's it, and not even that song. It's just not even close. And I feel like they got to stop. Because you know what? It just feels like Juice is gone and they are trying to dig up something. And you know what? I'm not going to assume the motives of the estate or whatever releasing this. I'm not going to assume the motives of those people. I don't know if they're actually releasing this because they want to live up to Juice's wishes. Like, Juice would want this. I don't know. Or if they're just trying to make a quick buck off of him. Again, don't know. But it feels that way, definitely. Because even the features, like, I remember this Maroon 5 feature for Can't Leave You Alone. And I love the song. And Juice WRLD's feature comes in. And first of all, Juice WRLD's obviously, the parts he's singing has nothing to do with the rest of the song. Nothing. And, for me, that's, acceptable enough. Okay. But then the verse was like 4 seconds long. And I was like, are you kidding me? You are literally just putting his name there to have his name there. Put in an entire verse from Juice. And if you can't, then don't. It frustrated me so very much. And I just feel like, honestly, while these albums are fine to have even after the artist has passed, I think maybe one should be enough. We should have left off at Legends Never Die. Sorry. And then once in a while, maybe give us a feature, or once in a while, give us an album. Another one that did a disservice was Antisocial from the Migos Culture 3. It didn't need to be there. It was Juice doing the chorus. Maybe, you know what they could have done? They shouldn't have listed Juice as a feature, and instead maybe use the idea Juice had left, turn that into the song, and it would have been a secret tribute to Juice. That would have been nice, but no. Now that it was seen as Antisocial featuring Juice WRLD, it looks like a cash grab to me. Like, that's what it looks like. And as a fan, I don't like that. I don't want to see that. I want it to be fair, not only for me, but just for Juice's family. I don't think they would want him to be making money for his label or for other people in business or whatever, profiting from his death. And that is exactly what's happening. Tell me if you agree with me. Tell me if you don't. I really don't know how to feel about it. I don't normally rate mainstream albums, but if I rate this one, it's probably going to have to be like, I don't know, 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10. There were a few good songs, but not as many to redeem the entire project. I'm hoping a deluxe edition will come out and maybe give me, this is not as bad as I thought. But so far, yeah, it's missing juice. But again, tell me what you all think. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. If I sound distant from the mic, that's because I don't have a mic stand and I'm leaning to speak into the mic, and then sometimes I forget to lean in. And remember, there's only 2 things I know. I know that Jesus is king, and I know that JT, moi, knows best. Okay, see y'all.